tell everyone what's going on.
Okay, so we're talking about. Okay, just so you know, I'm on the phone with my cousin. We're talking about the new Five Nights at Freddy's. The new Five Nights at Freddy's restaurant that's going to be at American Dream, and we're just talking about our concerns. We have this theory, and this conspiracy theory, but we think it's true. Okay, you want to update him on what our theory is?
Listen, Freddy, 5 days at Freddy, 5 nights at Freddy's, five days at Freddy's FNAF, whatever we call it, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's becoming from a video game, becoming to reality, and it's crossing the New Jersey Bridge. Like I said, it's going to be right there. What's the mall that it's located at?
American Dream?
American Dream. The one right across from 88th and Broadway, right down Janison County, right off in Scully. That's the one we're thinking about right here, right? What is that place known for? Freddy Fazbear. Listen, what is that place known for? Does anybody know?
I don't know.
I don't think anybody knows. But his entire existence is a metaphor for the New Jersey capitalism. Let's just think about this for a second, right? Like I already said, his hat is weird to me. Freddy's hat is weird to me. He doesn't wear shoes, but he wears a hat. It's because it's a government-owned surveillance device. He runs around all night. He grabs you. He puts you in these outfits, and he stuffs you in there, but it stays on the whole time. Is that weird? It seems weird.
Oh yeah, it's definitely weird.
No hat does that.
No hat. I don't have any hats that do that.
Scott Cawthon designed them as animatronics, but it's an animatronic fundamentally misunderstands his social political significance here, right? I think Freddy may have had, maybe he was a good person, maybe he was a good guy, but when he started Five Nights at Freddy's, when he created his Freddy place, I think it completely went downhill, right? Let's talk about this. He is a physical manifestation of late stage capitalism. What is he? He's big. We said he's 6'7", right? He's 6'7". Okay, so why is he 6'7"? He's either between 6'6" to 6'8" in height. But no, we're gonna put it in between. We're gonna say he's 6'7". Okay, what does 6 plus 7 equal? That equals 13.
13.
What did I say earlier about the fingers on our hand? There's 10, right? There's 10 hands. Let's talk about this. Freddy has 4 fingers, but we have 5 fingers on each one of our hands.
Yes.
Parallel, you get 10. What happens when you clap? What else is 10? We have 10 black holes known in our solar system, right? That's why when you clap, it's a reference to the Big Bang, an interpretation of merely just that Big Bang, right? But let's talk about it. He has 4. That's weird. Why does he have 4 fingers?
I don't know.
4 fingers. It's because the $4 bill, it never existed, and that is his manifestation on capitalism.
Oh my goodness.
Let's speak about this. Consider. Let's just stop, okay? And let's consider the institutional circumstances surrounding the night guard. Okay? What happens? He has to go there at midnight to 6 a.m. So he's placed within an increasingly endangered commercial establishment. Right? He is entrusted with preservation of corporate property, right? That is owned by Scott Cawthon. Scott Cawthon owns Freddy and Bonnie and Chica and Foxy and that freaky gold one. He's provided with doors, lights. There's a cupcake on his desk. He has a fan, right? Commercially insignificant salary, right? How much does he get paid? Do you know this? How much does he get paid at the end of the day? Once you beat Five Nights at Freddy's 1, how much is his check? Isn't it like $80?
It's around 100. I'm pretty sure.
So he gets $100 for 6 days a week. Hey, this is economic exploitation designed as a entertainment place. It's not. The security guard has 2 doors, right? He's got cameras. He's got illumination in the limelight, right? He's got, those lights. And what is wrong with this? He has electricity, but what is it? It's limited. It's limited. So every mechanism required to maintain his personal safety is subjected to resource depletion. Why is that? Wait, why? It's almost like they want him to die, isn't it?
It seems like it, honestly.
That's what it seems like. So in other words, Freddy, his Five Nights at Freddy Fazbear entertainment, he has engineered a workplace in which the guards' self-preservation is financially unstable. Okay? I met Freddy in Atlanta when I was out there on the weekend. And I met Scott Compton first, and he introduced me to Freddy. And Freddy told me, listen, everything that you preach is true. He said, Bonnie, Chica, Freddy, or me, Foxy. He says, everything you say about us is true. He says, we're government owned. We were created by the government. I said, Freddy, are you kidding me? He said, do you see any dice on these tables right here? I said, no. He said, because this isn't a game. And I felt that. And he said, Bonnie and Chica, they're kind of just filler characters. But he said, Foxy is the one behind everything. I said, what do you mean? Sense. He said, listen, why do you think he's so beat up? I said, I don't know. He said, because he got out of line. He tried to speak out the truth. Why does he have a hook? I said, Freddy, why does he have a hook? I said, Freddy, why does he have a hook? Please tell me. He said, you were right about that theory. He tried clapping with the Big Bang, with your 10 fingers, 10 black holes in the solar system, and they removed his hand, and now he has a hook. Oh. And now he has a hook. This isn't a game.
This is not a game.
And what happens when the night guard's sitting there? Okay, well, let me tell you what happens. He calls you every day. He calls me every night when you're sitting there. He calls you, and he gives you advice, right? No, he's not calling you because he's giving you advice. Freddy told me, he said, he's calling you because I blocked his number. I blocked the phone guy. Right? You're trying to be a vessel for him. I blocked him. I said, I started crying. I was like, Freddy, are you serious? I love these games, Freddy. He said, I'm being honest with you. I'm telling you the absolute truth and nothing but the truth. He said, this entire existence is built off of a metaphor for capitalism. And it teared me up a little bit because I played his games and I knew him and I met him, and they say never meet your heroes. And it's true, never meet your heroes. Because I just want everyone to know that when this Freddy establishment is built in New Jersey, wherever that mall is, don't go to it. And if I go missing in a couple weeks, you know why. It's because I am spreading the gospel and I'm preaching the truth. Just think about it. Just think about it. Have a mind for yourself. And don't bite the hand that feeds you. What did you have to say about all this, Ephraim?
I don't know, man. Knowing all
Do
this.
Do you disagree?
I mean, I agree with you, but it's just being a fan for so long, knowing none of it was real. All the theories I made. What are we gonna do, man? Like, what are we gonna do?
What can I listen? Unfortunately, for people like us, there's not much that we can do. Right? I met Freddy. It was approximately 2:17 in the morning, right? When I encountered him standing, it was him at the end of a hallway, right? And he scared me at first, and he looked the same, right? I approached him, I asked a question, and he said, Freddy. I said, Freddy, you a metaphor for capitalism? And he said, he didn't say anything at first, right? I said, are you serious? And then he rotated his head towards me. He said, I am not a metaphor. I said, what? He said, I am the inevitable consequence of it. I said, oh, Freddy.
No!
Stop. At this point, this is when I realized the situation has transcended, right? Into ordinary paranormal activity, okay? And he explained to me that Freddy Fazbear is entertainment. It had never been concerned with pizza or entertainment or even, making kids happy like they do there, right? He said, yeah, it was all about capitalism. It was all about the economy. And, ow. Sorry, I'm sorry about that. I'm bleeding. Maybe it's because Freddy's cursing me right now. I asked him, I said, listen. I said, why, Freddy? Why have you spent years terrorizing just minimum wage employees? Like, why are you terrorizing us? And he looked me directly in my eyes. I mean, directly. He's staring into my soul. He's staring into the fire that burns in my eyes that want to answer this question. He says, because they keep coming back. I said, I didn't say anything. I was like, wow, but they do keep coming back. Like, Freddy. I said, in my head, I'm like, Freddy, but they have to. I didn't say anything. And he just looked at me. He said, you understand now. I said, wow. I understand. And then the light flickered. And when they came back on, he was gone. He was gone.
Oh.
I know if I cross the Jersey Bridge and I go into his restaurant, it's going to cause a scene. I know he's going to recognize me. I am going to do my best to avoid it, right? But just know that that's the reason why I'm not going there. And what do you think about this?
I mean, I just agree with you. I don't have any real thoughts. It's just, how is this going to go on moving forward? I mean, does this mean the movies? Well, how do the movies play into all this? The books? I mean, is that all just a part of the plan? I mean, is that why the movies? Is that why people don't like the movies? Maybe they were forced to not like them? I mean, I don't know.
Maybe. And listen, Freddy, if you're listening to this, I'm going to keep this short because I know you've got a very busy schedule. You already admitted I was right, okay? You looked me directly in my eyes and you said, you're right. You said, now you know you're right. And don't think you can hide from me just because you're in New Jersey now. I am dead serious, Freddy. I am getting on a plane. I'm taking the most unnecessary, complicated route possible. I'm showing up in New Jersey. Freddy, I'm walking into your establishment. I'm looking you directly in your eyes. And when you ask, why are you here? Why are you here? I'm going to say, we need to discuss your economic ideology, Freddy. He's going to try laughing, right? He's going to probably try laughing at me. I'm just going to laugh back at you, buddy. I am going to pull out a 47-page PowerPoint explanation to explain how Five Nights at Freddy's represents the work of horrible labor. And then that's when you're going to realize I came prepared. You thought you could escape your accountability, your justice by relocating to New Jersey, getting out of Atlanta, and coming down out of here on Riverside? Freddy, brother. New Jersey is not international waters, okay? I will find you. I will arrive. I will ask about the employee benefits. I'm filling out an OSHA complaint. I'll see you in Jersey, Freddy. I'll see you in Jersey, Freddy. What did I say, Ephraim? I'll see you in what?
Jersey. Freddy will be seen in Jersey. And he will be confronted.
Well,
Freddy, if you're still watching, which you may not be, you will be interrogated. And Don't try and get Mr. Ashton to stop you. Not Scott Cawthon. Not even Stewell. He will come for you, and you will have to answer his questions truthfully or not. But if you don't answer them truthfully, I mean, I don't. He didn't tell me what he'd do, but I'm not expecting good things.
Really?
I don't know. I mean, I don't. You haven't told me what you're gonna do specifically when you go and interrogate him.
I mean, listen. All I could say is what I can really do. You know, I can't give this admission of guilt on live, right? What I can do is promise him that there's no place on this world where he can hide where I can't find him. Right? And it's sad. Breaks my heart. You know? How many kids have you hurt, Freddy? What if I go in there and he tries to hurt me? Like, what would happen? Well, first off, that would never happen because there's nothing he could do to me. Everything I've said has been the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. And now I plead the fifth. Connection terminated.